Okay, so now we're to clot formation. So again, we have chemicals, two types of chemicals that cause and can promote or inhibit clotting. So we have procoagulants, and those increase clotting. And then we have anticoagulants, and those decrease clotting. So anticoagulants are high in normal conditions. If you're not bleeding, you don't want to be clotting. So, you don't want your vessels to be spilling out a bunch of procoagulants if there's nothing wrong, because you're just going to be making clots, starting to make clots, and it's going to cause, embolisms and things like that. So procoagulants are active in times of blood loss. Because if you're losing blood, then you want to be clotting so that you don't bleed to death. So procoagulants basically go through two pathways. There is an intrinsic pathway and an extrinsic pathway. So internal and external. So they each have their own little steps or whatever, but they both ultimately end up making prothrombin activator. So we're ending up with prothrombin activator. So prothrombin activator basically you've got prothrombin, and in this process it is converted through the activator to thrombin. So prothrombin is a plasma protein. Protein that's in the plasma, floating around in the plasma. It is produced in the liver. And it is produced from something called vitamin K. All right, so we've got prothrombin already in the blood, and when we have prothrombin activator, that converts prothrombin into thrombin. Thrombin then takes something called fibrinogen which is also a plasma protein, and it converts fibrinogen into something called fibrin. So fibrin is what ultimately causes the clot, and what it does is it weaves together, and kind of sticks everything together, like takes everything in the area, weaves it together, and then gets it all sticky and sticks everything together. Sticks things together, making sort of a net. And that is the clot. So platelets will also, let's go this way. So platelets also release calcium ions. So here's that calcium again that we need. We need this for clotting. And the calcium causes the stimulation of contractile proteins that are in the clot. And basically it tightens it up and it kind of like it like squeezes it. And sometimes fluid will be released. So sort of like, pus. And from that, we get a scab. So the clot itself, the clot will actually, it covers the damaged tissue and helps to heal the damaged tissue. And then it also, outside of the clot, will have anticoagulants being secreted by the healthy tissue. So in the clot, if you have your So we have our damaged tissue there, and we have the clot here. And it kind of comes from, this area here where all the chemicals came from. So this is the damaged area. Here's the clot. And then the area in here, we've got anticoagulants still being secreted, where procoagulants are going on with the clot. Okay, so that's the last part of that. That's the clot formation. And that's how we stop bleeding. That is hemostasis.